This video is sponsored by Clean My Mac X, the comprehensive app for cleanup, optimization, and management of your Mac computer. What is going on, everyone? My name is Jason, and this is the 2019 MacBook Air. So it's officially 2020, and what better way to start off the year than with a shiny new laptop? Nothing crazy or too over the top, just something super convenient that you could use on the daily, but could also last you a while, as you're probably looking for something that will comfortably survive a few years at least. Well, if that's what you're looking for, I have a laptop here that many would say was created to fill those needs perfectly. The 2019 MacBook Air, Apple's latest rendition of quite possibly the most popular laptop of the previous decade. Now, it's no secret that though the older MacBook Air was essentially considered the default laptop, it was also kind of known as the computer that was desperate for a design overhaul. And it wasn't until 2018 that Apple finally refreshed the MacBook Air's look and feel, and I thought I'd review their latest iteration of this new design to see if it's the right MacBook for you to have in 2020. Now, before we get into the review, if you're into checking out the latest consumer tech products before you buy them, or if you're just a tech head like me, I make a video like this every single week, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell icon so you can be the first to know when a new GSL review is out and you don't miss anything. And real quick, do you guys still think that the Apple MacBook Air is the default laptop? Or do you think that crown has gone to a different computer? And if so, which one? Curious to get your thoughts. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Okay, first off, let's talk physical design. It's going to be hard for any competitor to beat what Apple has consistently brought to the table when it comes to build quality, as the MacBook Air continues its best-in-class design with a unibody metal frame, its ultra-clean and simple aesthetic, and masterfully refined functionality. It comes in at just under 12 inches across and around 8.5 inches on the sides, and maintains that tapered wedge design, starting at 0.61 inches at its tallest, shrinking down to a razor-thin 0.16 inches at its shortest height, and altogether coming in at just 2.75 pounds. All this makes for a laptop that still maintains its ultra portability, a key feature that made the older MacBook Air such fan favorites. The brushed metal frame not only makes this one of the most durable laptops out there, but also one of the most pleasing to look at, especially in this space gray. The darker, stealthier tone makes the laptop look incredibly sleek. I love the minimal branding and the clean layout. It all comes together to be a tastefully refined version of the MacBook Air that's clearly an enhancement, but one that doesn't take away from the physical features that we loved about the older models. Now, Apple finally upgraded the outdated displays on the MacBook Air in 2018, and the 2019 model also comes with the updated Retina display, coming in at a much better resolution of 2560 by 1600, making for about 227 pixels per inch. More importantly, the hideous bezels that plagued the older MacBook Airs are finally reduced to something much more 2020, all coming together to make a pretty solid display. I mean, it's not the best display on a laptop today by any means, but the colors are vibrant and super accurate, HD video content is sharp and is a joy to consume, the 2019 displays have True Tone capability if that's your thing, and the display visually is much better aligned to the modern, premium design the MacBook Air has always boasted. One downside though is that the built-in 720p FaceTime camera is pretty crappy. But it's good enough for most people who I guess will only really need the front-facing camera on rare occasions. Aside from that, the display on the new MacBook Air is significantly better in virtually every way, and is the most welcome change from its older design. Now, as far as performance is concerned, this particular model is the base 2019 MacBook Air, which has the 1.6 GHz 8th gen Intel Core i5 processor, 8GB of RAM, and 128GB of internal SSD storage. And to oversimplify, the spec sheet here is in many ways totally fine in terms of performance for what I consider the MacBook Air is truly meant for. Load times are fast, you can browse on Chrome or Safari with a ton of tabs without noticing any slowdowns, you won't have any issues with consuming content on YouTube, Netflix, etc. And things like word processing and building decks on Keynote and PowerPoint are a breeze. I mean, it's truly one of the best laptops for productivity, no doubt, especially when you pair its fast performance with its ultra-portable design. Where the MacBook Air will struggle is for more spec-intensive activity, such as high-res photo/video editing and gaming, as the processor is just not powerful enough, and you could quickly get into a storage issue given how small the hard drive is. If you're looking for a computer that could handle the latter, it'd be wise to look into the MacBook Pros, but if you're looking for a fast, reliable, everyday laptop that you could comfortably take on the move, the MacBook Air still performs great. and I'm pretty sure you'll be happy with it. To stay on the topic of performance for a second, I want to give a huge shout out to Clean My Mac X for sponsoring today's video. Clean My Mac X is the premier Mac software for keeping your Mac running ultra fast and at optimal performance, in quite possibly the most easy, user-friendly way possible. So one of the main reasons why you experience lags in day-to-day performance with the computers is because there's a lot of hidden junk that builds up behind the curtain without you knowing. And instead of trying to research where to find and eliminate that junk yourself, which could be really complicated by the way, Clean My Mac X does it for you in minutes. All you have to do is download the program onto your Mac, start by clicking here on the all-in-one scanner button, and the app sweeps through every corner of your computer to sort out unneeded or harmful items and prepare a set of optimizations. Once the scan is complete, it'll identify junk files you could delete to free up space on your hard disk. It'll also indicate whether or not you have any security risk from viruses or other malicious software, and will also provide suggestions to help make your computer run faster, all after one super easy click. There's also this great dashboard feature that summarizes how your Mac is running. If you click on the icon here in the menu bar, you can empty your trash can or free up RAM with one click if you're planning on multitasking. And man, it's a super convenient tool that does a ton for you in a very easy, very intuitive fashion. If you guys want to check it out, you can download Clean My Mac X using the link that's in the description. It's honestly one of the most useful apps to have when you first purchase a new Mac. You could try it out totally free. Definitely check it out. Again, link to the app is in the description below. Now, one of the most important areas of design and functionality that folks need to pay attention to on any MacBook computer is the keyboard. This due to the challenges Apple has faced since it introduced its super slim butterfly switch keyboards a few years back. With what is now generally considered a fundamental design flaw, Apple has gone through multiple iterations with their keyboard design, and the 2019 MacBook Air is equipped with the 3rd generation butterfly keys. Though the design and feel of the keyboard is essentially the same as the original, the 3rd generation has a silicone membrane for each switch, which is designed to help prevent debris from entering and damaging the switches, a problem that has affected many owners with older MacBooks. Now, I've only had this laptop for a few weeks, and I haven't experienced any issues at this point, but only time will tell. That aside though, I actually do like the feel of this keyboard. Though it's super shallow, it's still pleasing to type on, and it becomes comfortable quite quickly. It's a full 78 key layout that's also backlit, which is nice, and it's complemented by a huge Force Touch enabled trackpad that continues to be class leading. And if you need peace of mind with the keyboard, know that the 2019 MacBook is covered by Apple's Keyboard Service program. In case you do run into any issues, Apple will fix it for you for free of charge. Now, one of the best features this computer has is Apple's Touch ID system that's actually baked into the keyboard. The sensor is inconspicuously placed in the right-hand corner here, and much like the Touch ID system on older iPhones, it works really well. Setup is super easy, and it's extremely convenient being able to quickly unlock your laptop with a quick press. And I like how Apple makes the sensor a pressable button. It's a small thing, but it's intuitive from an end user standpoint to press the sensor when authenticating, even if you don't have to. And man, it's really fast, which again is quite convenient, and it quickly makes typing in a password feel like something completely outdated. It would have been great to see Face ID make its way to the MacBook, but for now, Touch ID works great, and is still one of the best upgrades to have made its way to this computer. So at the end of the day, though the upgrades made to the new MacBook Air may be somewhat minor, I kinda like that Apple didn't go too crazy with what's pretty much a home run computer. And in many ways, the 2019 version could arguably still be considered the default everyday laptop. But coming in at $1099 US for the base model, is it worth the premium Apple price tag? In my opinion, my answer is yes. I mean, the MacBook Air has a proven track record of delivering results to millions of people, and though Apple didn't take much risk with the newer iteration, they really didn't have to. Even though it's expensive, it's still likely the best laptop in its class, and you really do get what you pay for. But hey, that's just me, and I know I'm a modern Apple fanboy, so what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the new MacBook Air is still the default laptop of 2020? Or do you guys think another laptop has taken over? Whatever you guys think, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, that's about it for this review. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you guys found it useful, it really helps me out. If you guys have any questions about the 2019 MacBook Air, leave them down in the comments and I'll be sure to get to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.